Hello, welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name is Tops, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Premier League game Chelsea 3, Arsenal 1. Now, before the game, Arsene Wenger, he made a few changes. We've seen the likes of Alexis Sanchez. He started the game up from Hector Bellerin. He came in for Gabriel at right back. Iwobi, Ozil, Walcott came in on the right-hand side as well. It was Oxlade-Chamberlain. He came in for the injured Ramsey alongside Coquelin. And that was the team. And to be fair, the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we started okay. You could tell that Sanchez and the rest of the team, they were told to press. We were putting Chelsea under a little bit of pressure, and they gave the ball away a few times through their keeper, Courtois, giving it away cheaply, and a few of their players. So it was not a bad start, but literally Chelsea's first attack led to a goal. It was a good crossing. That Diego Costa, he had a header that hit the bar, and Marcus Alonso, he was there to follow up with a header to score to make it 1-0 to Chelsea. We did make a challenge on Hector Bellerin. Some referees would have gave a free kick, but this one decided not to. Hector Bellerin, he had to go off afterwards as well. I think we heard that it was a concussion, so he definitely was clattered into by Alonso. But other people will argue that, Alonso was just stronger. So after that goal, after Chelsea had scored, this is probably about the 13th minute, you could just tell from the Arsenal players, just the mood and the confidence just went from there all the way to there. There was just no fight, no desire, no hunger after that. It looked like we were playing with 10 men, because there was just that sense of fear that, oh no, here we go again. There wasn't no leaders within the pitch. There wasn't a manager or any of the players that took control and thought, right, we're not going to, crumble under this. We're 1-0 down, but there's still plenty of time in the game. As I said, it was only the 13th minute. We just didn't really show up after that. We were cautiously, putting players forward, and then we were getting hit on the counter-attack quite a few times. There was a lot of last-ditch tackles from Koscielny and Mustafi and Monreal, and literally one pass. Diego Costa had a few opportunities. If he, looked up and played, I think it was Pedro in, he would have been in one-on-one with the keeper. There was a lot of those situations, like a counter-attacking situation. Chelsea just sat back. There wasn't really under much pressure. In terms of chance for Arsenal, as I say, in the first 5 minutes, Iwobi had a shot that was deflected. But in that first half, Mesut Ozil, he had a great chance. It was a great ball from Coquelin towards the end of the first half. And Mesut Ozil, he had a good chance to level the scorings, but he had a tame shot, and it wasn't a very good game from him. And the rest of the players, really, no one really performed outstandingly in that first half. We were getting outrun, like I said, counter-attacking. And, it was 1-0 at half time, and Chelsea, they were comfortable. I was hoping that Arsenal, they would come out firing. This is a chance to win the Premier League title here. Or get back into whatever small chance we had it in the race. And the second half, we came out, and it was more of the same, really, a bit tentative. Didn't really want to, go forward too much to try and get that goal, just in case we conceded another one. And lo and behold, we conceded another one anyway. So that's the way it was. And it was a fantastic goal by Eden Hazard. He actually took on 5 of our players, literally. And that's another thing in this game. All of our players, they look weak. They'll get pushed off the ball by every other Chelsea player. Matic was pushing people off the ball. Kante was pushing people off the ball. Hazard for the goal. Coquelin, he had a shocking game. He was getting run ragged by Kante, Hazard, all of the Chelsea players. He got pushed off the ball by Hazard, and he was in a 1v2 situation with Mustafi and Koscielny. He went past both of them and scored. It was a fantastic individual solo goal, but very, very poor defending, absolutely horrific defending. And this made it 2-0 early in the second half to Chelsea, who, as I said, were always in control at this stage. Arsene Wenger, he decides to bring Olivier Giroud on, but as I said, and I always say, we never seem to cross the ball into him as much as we should when he's on the pitch. He really had much influence on the game until towards the end. The likes of Danny Welbeck, he came on as well. For me, he should have started. I would have started Danny Welbeck. And he looked bright when he came on, to be fair. There was some good link-up plays with him and Oxlade-Chamberlain. I thought Oxlade-Chamberlain did okay in midfield, considering he's only played a handful of games for Arsenal in there. I thought he did okay, but in terms of overall It just wasn't a great performance. We just looked, dejected. There wasn't any fight, even when we went 2-0 down. It was, right, if we get a goal back here, we're back in the game. We didn't really create too much chances. In the first half, there was a header. I think it was from Gabriel. That was a very smartly saved. And then in this game, there was another header. In the second half, there was another header from Mustafi, free header, which you probably say you probably should have scored. That went wide as well. So, aerially, we were going to, that was probably Chelsea's weakness, in the air. But, that's the way it goes, really. Arsenal, they brought on, I think it was, did they bring up? No, they used all their substitutions with obviously Gabriel, Giroud and Welbeck. They all came on, and Chelsea they brought on Cesc Fabregas and Willian as well. And it was actually Cesc Fabregas. Oh my gosh, he scored the third goal for Chelsea. It was a terrible mistake by Petr Cech, who passed it straight to Cesc Fabregas, and he did a chip and lobbed the keeper to make it 3-0 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And that just, compounded my misery to a complete, 3-0 down to Chelsea. It wasn't great. It wasn't a great afternoon at all. And it was probably deserved. We did nothing really in the game to show that we wanted to win this game more than Chelsea did. They were clinical in their chances. We did get that one consolation. The one time we did cross the ball into the Giroud, he actually did score with a header to make it 3-1, to make the scoreline a bit less embarrassing. But it did end 3-1, and that leaves us 12 points behind Chelsea, and it's only the start of February. It's not good. It's not good indeed. And I don't know where we go from here, really. For me, that's the title challenge over for me. There's no way back I can see Arsenal even amounting a serious challenge now. So it's on to other things, really. The Champions League, we've got Bayern Munich. Can't wait for that one. Bayern Munich, and we've got Sutton away, which is obviously they're both going to be difficult games. So we're just going to have to try and focus on different competitions. But overall, the performance was the same old in a big game, where we needed people to perform and step up. Our key players, Sanchez had a poor game, Ozil had a poor game, Cech had a poor game, Koscielny, etc., etc. The whole team was really, really bad, to be honest with you. And it's just a huge disappointment, as it always is with Arsenal. When in these kind of crunch games, we fail to turn up, and we end up empty-handed. But all I can say is that we've got Hull next in the Premier League at home. Next week, so we'll have to try and get back on a winning start, because that's 2 games we've lost back to back in the Premier League now. So not great. But that's been my review. Hope you've enjoyed it, please, and thank you to everyone that's watched my videos. If you've not liked or subscribed, hit that button for me. Thank you very much. But that's been my review. Hopefully, I can bring a more positive, where we've won a game next week in my Hull review. So please look out for that. But as always, come on. You got us.